Hello and welcome to Module 10 of Geography. In this module, we shall be looking at advanced geography and modern application. That is, understanding a complex and interconnected world. It involves exploration of spatial analysis, technology, and contemporary global challenges. The module contents that we should be looking at here include geopolitics and international relations, Geographic Information System (GIS), and geospatial technologies. We will also look at advanced cartography and mapping techniques. We will also look at geography data analysis and interpretation. We will now look at contemporary issues in geography before we will now draw our conclusion. Let us begin with the introduction. That is the evolution of geography. The evolving discipline of geography. Geography started with descriptive to analytical and predictive stage. The traditional focus of geography is based on physical landscape, climate, human activities, as well as human distribution. Now, the modern expansion, that is a shift from descriptive to analytical. The modern expansion of geography is now based on technology-driven, interdisciplinary, and problem-solving. Why does it matter? Why the shift matters? It is essential for understanding global systems, managing resources, addressing environmental and political challenges. Therefore, this model explores how geographical tools decode complex spatial relationships in geopolitics, planning, and environmental management. Having known that, let us look at geopolitics. That is the geography of power. Geography as a power. By way of definition, geopolitics may be defined as the study of how geographical factors influence political power and state behavior. It studies how geography influences political power and state behavior. The key dominant of power here is the strategic location and border of a state. So the location and border of a state influences its political power. Number two determinant of power of a state is the control of resources. Resources like oil, water, and minerals. So the control of resources determines the power of a state. Then another determinant of power of a state is access to trade route and seas. So when a state or a country has access to trade route such as seas and road, they has power. So it influences their political power. The modern issue is climate change security, act competition, and cyber stroke space domains. Geography is destiny. A country's location and resources still fundamentally shaped its security and foreign policy. So geography is a destiny. The ability of a state to control resources fundamentally shaped its security and foreign policy. Now let us look at geopolitical theories. That is theories or framework of global power. It begins from classical to critical theory. So the classical theory include heartland theory as propounded by Mackinder. Mackinder was of the opinion that the control of Eurasia, that is the control of heartland of Europe, determines who controls the world. So according to this theory, he said that whosoever that controls Eurasia, that is the heartland of Europe, controls the world. So this is the classical theory. Then the sea power theory as propounded by Maham. It was of the opinion that whosoever that has access to sea, that is, that has naval dominance, such as the control of seas, has global influence. Now, the modern theories, stroke the critical theory, oppose the classical theory. The first theory in the modern theory is the critical geopolitics, which stated that the classical theory is of the opinion that power, they describe power as a discourse and social construction used by the dominant powers to justify their control of the poorer state. So according to them, that power was just a discourse and social construction used by the dominant power. So this theory criticized the classical theory. Another modern theory is the geoeconomics theory, which is of the opinion that the economic tools such as trade, investment is a strategic weapon for world power. Now, the feminist geopolitics theory is of the opinion that international relationship has impacts on women and it's this gendered impact of security and foreign policy. According to this theory, they say that international relationship has a significant impact on women, which in turn ensures security and the foreign policy of the state. Having known that, let us look at geographic information system and geospatial technology. That is the digital revolution in geography. By way of definition, geographical information system may be defined as the computer-based system used to capture, store, analyze, and display spatial data. The key components of geographical information system are the hardware, the software, the spatial data, people, and the method used. So some of the geospatial tools in geography include remote sensing, which includes satellite and drone used to capture information indirectly. Then we have GPS, that is GPS, which is used to measure the location of the Earth. Now we have UAV, which is unmanned area vehicles, such as drone, which is high resolution mapping used in mapping techniques. So these are geospatial tools that we have. So the GPS is global position system, which is used to measure the location of the Earth. Now let us look at the application of geographical information system and geospatial techniques. That is solving real world problems. So geographical information system may be applied in urban planning and smart cities. So when a particular country want to plan for urban development, geographical information system is highly needed. It can also be used in disaster management and emergency responses. It can also be used in environmental monitoring and conservation. The information of geographical information system is also useful in public health, that is disease tracking and resources allocation. It can also be applied in agriculture and food security. The information of geographical information system can also be applied in transportation and logistics optimization. Now let us look at advanced cartography and mapping techniques. By way of definition, cartography may be defined as the process of developing and interpreting maps. So it is beyond the statistic map. The evolution of cartography is that mapping started with handwritten and developed to the digital state up to the interactive and analytical state. So in the beginning, the maps was drawn with handwritten. Now it began to develop to the digital era where maps are being designed digitally. Now in the modern era, maps are more of interactive and analytical based. Now some of the advanced techniques in using cartography include thematic mapping. So thematic mapping involves the development of map on a specific phenomenon, such as population distribution of a state. So the drawing of a map based on particular phenomenon is termed thematic mapping. Now we have 3D visualization and digital evolution model, which involve representation of map in a visualized and a more understanding form. So it is involve development of map in a real world scenario. So this is the map that is being drawn to reflect the real world scenario. Now we have web-based and interactive map, that is real-time map. This involves the use of web application to interact with map in the real-time scenario. Now integration with GIS, it enables layers analysis, dynamic update, and enhanced communication. So having known that, let us look at the importance of map projection. Map projection helps in representing round earth on a flat surface. So one of the importance of map projection is that it helps in representing round Earth on a flat surface. But the challenge there is that all flat map distort shapes, area, distance, or direction. Now, the projection choice depends on three methods. Number one is Mercator, which preserve direction and it is used for navigation. Number two choice is equal area method, which preserves area and it is used for thematic comparison. Then number three choice is Robinson, which is based on compromise and it is balanced distortion for world maps. The critical thinking involved is a projection choice influence perception of size and importance of regions. Having known that, let us look at geographical data analysis and interpretation, which involve turning data into understandable form. Now, the process involved is examine spatial data to identify its patterns, relationship, and trend. So the process involving in data analysis and interpretation is first of all, examine your spatial data in order to identify its patterns, relationship, and the trend. Now, the key techniques involved include one, overlay analysis. This is grouping of data in order to establish the relationship that exists among them. Now we have buffer and network analysis, which involve the examination of data along a particular along a particular network, such as transportation. Now we have spatial statistics techniques, which involve the deployment of statistical method in data analysis. You have time series analysis, which involved the change of spatial data over a specific period of time. Now, the data interpretation explain why patterns occur and their implication for human and environmental system. Now, let us look at spatial data types and ethical consideration. That is building a reliable analysis. Now, data types include spatial data, which include the location, the shape, that is vector point, lines, polygons. Raster include pixel and grid. So spatial data here include data like location or shape of the Earth. Now, attribute data is descriptive information linked to spatial data. Now, ethics and challenges of spatial data and yes, the ethics consideration include data accuracy, scale, and source reliability. So the ethical consideration is the data must be accurate, scale, and the source must be what? Reliable. Another consideration is privacy concerned with location data. So the privacy is surely being into consideration. Another ethical consideration is responsible use and avoidance of bias in representation of what? Data. So the data must be responsibly used and bias must be avoided. Now let us look at contemporary issue in geography. That is addressing the 21st century challenges. Number one contemporary issue we have in geography is climatic change, which is spatial analysis of vulnerability, adaptation, and mitigation. So climatic change is one of the major issues in contemporary geography. So the analysis issue here involves the vulnerability, adaptation, and mitigation when there is a climatic change. Another contemporary issue we have is rapid urbanization. Here, sustainable planning for megacities is necessary. Number three issue we have in geography is resources depletion and environmental degradation. Here, geography are involved in sustainable management strategies. So the geographer deploys sustainable management strategies in order to combat resources depletion and environmental degradation. Another contemporary issue in geography is globalization and inequality. Globalization has brought the world into a small village, but it creates disparity and inequality, whereby some areas are highly developed and endowed with more natural resources than other areas. So here, geographers involved in mapping development disparity and economic flows. Now, number five issue we have in geography is migration and displacement. So migration is a major contemporary issue in geography, which involve rural-urban migration and movement of people from one country to another, making some area more populated than others. Now, geographers are involved in analyzing the push and pull factor and their impact. So the push factor are rural poverty, which push people from rural area to urban area, while the pull factors include the opportunities in the urban area that pull people from rural area to urban area, which make the urban area more populated and which result in environmental pollutions. In conclusion, the geography is the indispensable discipline. Geography provides the critical spatial lens to understand global complexity. Geopolitics examine how location and resources shape powers and conflict. Geography information system and geospatial technology are transformative tools for analyzing and for decision making. Advanced cartography communicates complex data effectively. Geographic analysis is vital for tackling climatic change, inequalities, and sustainability. Geography is not just about map, it is about building a better world. Thank you and God bless you.